5 signs someone is a demon in your life. Let me tell you something, life isn't about just chasing success. It's also about recognizing what's holding you back. There are forces, sometimes even people, who will act like they're on your side, but in reality, they're pulling you down. I'm not just talking about literal demons, but the kind of people who sap your energy, steal your peace, and keep you from your greatness. You need to recognize these signs, because if you don't, they'll destroy your future. Now, I'm going to lay it out for you straight. These are the 5 signs someone is a demon in your life, and it's time to recognize them for what they are. Sign number 1, they try to dim your light. One of the most toxic things a person can do in your life is to try and dim your light. And let me tell you something, if you're around people who don't support your growth, who aren't rooting for your success, they are not doing you any favors. Instead, they are holding you back. They are the ones who try to make you feel like you should stay small, stay silent, or shrink yourself down to fit into the box they've created for you. You see, when you start walking towards your purpose, when you begin to step into the greatness that you know is inside of you, there will be people who feel threatened by it. They don't want to see you shine because it reminds them of everything they haven't done, everything they've neglected, or everything they're too scared to do. So what do? They try to diminish your shine. They'll downplay your achievements, belittle your ambitions, and make you feel like your dreams are too big or too much. They'll say things like, "You're getting ahead of yourself," or "You're acting too ambitious, slow down," or "Why do you need to stand out? Just blend in with the rest of us." But let me tell you something, this is their insecurity talking, not yours. You see, when people are uncomfortable with your light, they'll try to dim it to make themselves feel better. They can't stand to see you rise because it forces them to confront their own limitations and failures. Their fear of your potential becomes their problem, not yours. But you can't afford to let anyone dim your light. You're here to be seen, to be heard, to make a mark. You're not here to play small or be confined to someone else's expectations of who you should be. You've been given a unique purpose, a unique set of gifts, and it's time to own it. The world needs your light. The world needs your voice. Your success isn't a threat to anyone else's, unless they allow it to be. And here's the real kicker, you can't shine if you're constantly apologizing for your brightness. When you're around people who try to dim your light, they want you to believe that your light is too much, that somehow, if you shine too brightly, it will make them look bad or make them feel small. But that's not how light works. Light doesn't take away from other light. It illuminates everything around it. Your success, your growth, your brilliance doesn't diminish anyone else. It just makes everything around you clearer now. And the right people will appreciate that. You don't let anyone make you feel like you need to dull your shine just to make them feel comfortable. You're not here to hide, to shrink, or to apologize for wanting more out of life. You were born to shine, and the world needs your light. The only thing standing in your way is you. And the only people who should be around you are the ones who will encourage you to shine brighter, not those who will try to make you dim down. So here's the challenge. If someone tries to dim your light, cut them out. They're not there to support you, they're there to keep you in the shadows. Surround yourself with people who see your greatness, who will cheer you on every step of the way, because you were born to shine, and no one, not a single person, has the right to take that away from you. Sign number 2, they bring chaos, not peace. There's a saying that goes, the peace you create in your life should be non-negotiable. And if you're around someone who constantly brings chaos into your life, you've got to recognize it for what it is, a toxic influence that's draining your energy and preventing you from reaching your full potential. Life is full of challenges, yes, but peace should be a foundation. You should be able to move through your day with a sense of calm, a sense of stability, and knowing that you are walking in alignment with your purpose. When you surround yourself with people who add chaos into your world, you are constantly disrupted. Your peace is shaken, your focus is diverted, and your energy is drained. People who bring chaos are often unpredictable, stirring the pot and creating unnecessary drama, confusion, and conflict. It's like they can't exist without something to complain about or something to fight for. There's always a crisis or a problem. And even when things are going smoothly, they will find a way to stir the waters. It might not always be outright conflict. It could be passive-aggressive behavior, manipulation, or stirring up unnecessary tension. But one thing's for sure, their presence destabilizes your life. You know how it feels when you're around someone who constantly criticizes, gossips, or creates drama. It feels like you're walking on eggshells. You can never relax. You're always waiting for the next problem to arise. Their issues become your issues. Their anger becomes your stress. Their confusion becomes your frustration. And over time, this wears you down. Because peace isn't just something you can take for granted, it's something you fight for. But the truth is, chaos doesn't belong in your life. When you let people in who bring chaos with them, you are allowing their negativity to override your peace. And I want you to ask yourself this: is it worth it? Is it worth losing your peace just to keep someone in your life who refuses to grow, refuses to change, or is just too caught up in their own problems to bring anything positive to the table? Real growth happens when you are grounded, when you can focus without distractions, and when you know that the people around you are not constantly adding unnecessary tension to your life. Peace isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Without it, you can't think clearly. You can't make good decisions. You can't pursue your goals with clarity and strength. Chaos clouds your judgment and keeps you from being your best self. Now let me be clear. I'm not saying that people won't face tough times or that every situation will be smooth. Life has its challenges, but there's a difference between someone who is facing struggles and working through them in a healthy way and someone who thrives on chaos. Someone who brings chaos to your life will drag you into their storm, but someone who brings peace will offer you calm in the middle of the chaos. If someone's behavior disrupts your peace on a regular basis, it's time to let them go, because your peace, your mental health, and your well-being are far too valuable to be spent on chaos. You deserve to be around people who uplift you, who encourage you, and who contribute to the positive energy you are trying to create in your life. You are the gatekeeper to your own peace. Don't let anyone bring chaos into your world if it's not necessary. Focus on what's important. Surround yourself with people who help you grow and protect the peace that's essential to your success. Your peace is your power, and don't let anyone take that from you. Sign number 3. They manipulate your emotions. Let me tell you something, emotional manipulation is one of the most dangerous tactics used by people who want to control you. It's subtle, it's deceptive, and it's designed to make you doubt yourself, question your reality, and give your power away to someone who doesn't deserve it. If you're around someone who is consistently manipulating your emotions, you're dealing with a person who is using your vulnerabilities to create chaos in your life and keep you in their grasp. Emotional manipulators are masters of playing with your feelings, twisting situations, and making you feel like you're the one at fault, even when you're not. They will make you feel guilty for things you didn't do, or make you feel responsible for their emotional well-being. They'll turn situations around, often making themselves the victim and you the villain, to gain control over the narrative and keep you in a constant state of confusion. One of the primary signs of emotional manipulation is when someone guilt trips you into doing something for them. They'll say things like, "If you really cared about me, you would do this," or "After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me." This isn't about love or care. It's about power and control. They want you to feel like you owe them, and they will stop at nothing to make you believe it. They want to create an emotional debt so you can't escape their influence. Another tactic emotional manipulators use is gaslighting. Gaslighting is when someone intentionally manipulates you into doubting your own reality. They might deny things they said or did, even when you know they did or said them. They might tell you that you're overreacting, too sensitive, or imagining things. The goal here is to make you question your own judgment, making it easier for them to control your decisions and actions. When someone manipulates your emotions, they're not interested in your well-being. They don't care about your needs or feelings. They care about their own agenda. They want to manipulate you into doing what they want, often at the expense of your own peace, happiness, and self-respect. It's a subtle form of control that erodes your confidence, leaving you unsure of your own thoughts and feelings. But here's the truth: you deserve better. You deserve to be around people who uplift you, who value your emotions, and who respect your boundaries. If someone is manipulating your emotions, they're not there to build you up, they're there to tear you down. They're using your heart and mind as a tool for their own selfish gain. So what do you do when you recognize emotional manipulation? You set boundaries. You protect your emotional well-being by not allowing anyone to control your feelings or your decisions. You stop engaging in arguments that are meant to make you feel guilty or wrong. And when someone tries to guilt trip or guilt, you stand firm in your truth. Your emotions are yours. No one has the right to manipulate or control them. If someone is doing that to you, it's time to remove them from your life, or at the very least, create the necessary distance to protect your peace. Don't let anyone rob you of your emotional stability for their own benefit. You are worthy of respect, of love, and of honesty. And no one, absolutely no one, should have the power to manipulate your emotions or take control of your life in that way. Protect your peace, trust your instincts, and never, ever let anyone make you feel like you don't have a right to your own feelings. You have the power to take control of your life and your emotions. Never forget that. Sign number 4. They never celebrate your success. Success is a powerful thing. It's not just about reaching your goals. It's about the journey, the hard work, and the victories along the way. When you accomplish something great, there's a natural sense of pride that comes with it. And it's only right that you want to share that joy with those who are close to you. But what happens when the people around you can't or won't celebrate your success? If you have someone in your life who consistently refuses to acknowledge or celebrate your wins, that's a huge red flag. People who truly care about you, people who are in your corner, will genuinely celebrate your success. They'll cheer you on, they'll be excited for you, and they'll feel proud of the effort you've put in. But when someone consistently doesn't celebrate you, whether it's big or small, that's a sign that something isn't right. It might seem subtle at first, but the lack of celebration is a clear indicator of either jealousy or disinterest. Both are toxic in any relationship. The first thing you need to recognize is that jealousy is a real issue. Some people struggle to celebrate the success of others because they feel insecure about their own position. When you achieve something, whether it's a personal victory or a professional milestone, your success can serve as a mirror to others, reflecting what they may not have achieved or what they feel they're lacking in their own life. And instead of celebrating you, they may choose to distance themselves, belittle your success, or ignore it altogether. It makes them feel better to see you fail, to see you level down to where they are, because it eases their insecurities. The problem with this is that jealousy prevents growth, both for the person who is jealous and for you. They may subtly undermine your accomplishments with sarcasm, negativity, or just outright indifference. This type of behavior keeps both of you stuck in a cycle of comparison and resentment, rather than lifting each other up and growing together. The second possibility is that the person may simply be disinterested in your success. If someone can't celebrate your wins, no matter how small or large, it shows a lack of care and investment in your life. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and support. When someone refuses to acknowledge your success, It shows they may not care enough about your happiness or your growth. People who care about you will take the time to celebrate your achievements, because your success is a reflection of their support and investment in you. Moreover, people who don't celebrate your success may not understand that celebrating it doesn't diminish their own value. Success isn't a finite resource. There's no limit to how much success the world can offer. And your win doesn't take away from anyone else's opportunities. But those who don't celebrate you may fail to see this, and instead they may assume that your rise somehow threatens their position or spot in your life. It's important to remember that true supporters will celebrate with you, even when it's uncomfortable for them. They will acknowledge your achievements because they recognize that your success doesn't take away from theirs. Instead, it can inspire them to go after their own dreams. Your success can be a beacon of light that encourages others to step up, work hard, and achieve their own greatness. So what do you do if you're surrounded by people who don't celebrate you? First, stop seeking validation from those who are unwilling to give it. Your worth isn't tied to their recognition, but to your own belief in yourself. Let their indifference fuel your determination to rise even higher. Seek out relationships that are mutual, where success is celebrated as a shared victory and a source of inspiration. In life, you will face many challenges, but also many triumphs. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. Let your actions speak louder than their silence. Celebrate yourself and be proud of what you've accomplished, regardless of who else notices. You are your own biggest cheerleader, and you have the power to surround yourself with people who will lift you up, not hold you back. Never let anyone's lack of celebration keep you from celebrating your success. Sign number 5. They keep you stuck in the past. One of the most insidious signs of a toxic relationship is when someone continually keeps you stuck in the past. Now, we all know that the past has shaped us, influenced who we are today, and even taught us valuable lessons. But there's a huge difference between acknowledging the past and being imprisoned by it. If someone in your life constantly reminds you of your past mistakes, regrets, or failures, they're not allowing you to grow, heal, or move forward. Instead, they're keeping you trapped in a place where progress is nearly impossible. When someone keeps you stuck in the past, they prevent you from becoming the best version of yourself. They remind you of the mistakes you made, the things you did wrong, or the things that you could have done differently. Maybe it's a friend who always brings up an old argument, a family member who can't let go of past disagreements, or a partner who constantly throws past mistakes in your face during every argument. This is not love. This is not support. This is control. People who keep you stuck in the past often don't want to see you move forward. Maybe it's because they feel threatened by your growth. Maybe because they're holding on to their own unresolved issues. Or maybe because they simply don't know how to let go of past hurts. But whatever the reason, their behavior only serves to weigh you down. The past is meant to teach us and help us grow, but it's never meant to define us. And if you're constantly being dragged back to it, you can't fully embrace who you are today or who you're becoming in the future. It's important to realize that healing can't happen if you're continuously looking backwards. In life, we all make mistakes, we all experience failures, and we all have things that we wish we could change. But that's part of the journey, it's part of being human. What matters is how we move forward, how we learn from those experiences and use them to create a better future for ourselves. If someone in your life keeps reminding you of past failures or missteps, they're preventing you from stepping into that future. Additionally, some people use your past as a weapon against you. They know the areas where you've struggled. They know your vulnerabilities, and they will use those to manipulate or control you. They'll bring up old wounds to keep you feeling small, to guilt you, or to make you doubt yourself. But let me be clear, you are not your past mistakes, and you don't need to keep reliving them. What matters is what you do in the present and how you move forward. Growth doesn't happen when you're stuck in the past. It happens when you decide to let go of old narratives that no longer serve you. It happens when you start creating a new story for yourself, one that's based on who you are becoming, not who you once were. If you want to move forward, you have to leave the past behind, and that includes letting go of the people who keep reminding you of it. And here's the thing, you have the right to change. People may try to box you in based on your past, but you don't owe anyone an explanation for your growth. You are allowed to reinvent yourself, to heal, to move forward. The people who truly care about you will support you in your journey, not hold you back by reminding you of past mistakes. It's time to cut ties with anyone who keeps you stuck in the past. Your future is bright, and you deserve to walk in it with freedom, with confidence, and with the belief that you can become the person you were always meant to be. Let go of the past, stop letting it define you, and start building a life that's based on who you are today and where you're going. So listen up, recognize the signs. Cut the demons out of your life, because the longer you hold on to them, the longer you delay your destiny. You have greatness in you, and you don't need anyone or anything dragging you down. It's time to free yourself. Your future is too important to waste time on people who are keeping you from your true potential. Take control and don't look back.